everyone, this is Netta. Welcome to Netta's Nest again. I thought I would do a little bit of recording because I had to chop back my moringa tree. That beast over, where is it? There it is. That beast over there behind the palm tree. It was giving my plants too much shade, so I pretty much hacked down two of its large branches. The good thing about moringa, the leaves are edible. And I tell you what, all during the pandemic, we have these leaves harvested, and I let them dry out and have them canned, not canned, but in a jar in my cabinet. And they went on breakfast every morning. They're an herb. I'll let you know, I really don't know much about it. I know that it has a lot of vitamins in it, and my mama calls this um, moringa the tree of life. The funny thing is that when I first started hearing the term moringa, my mama had these two trees. This one that just grows crazy, and she was always calling it the tree of life. This was all before I heard the hype about moringa. Had never heard of it before. Never seen it in stores. Had never just never had heard of it till my mama had mentioned it, and she planted it in the yard. And she says, take the we would always, whatever we cut down, we would take the leaves, put them in a little container, scatter them out. I got a dryer over there I'm going to put them in. Put them in a dryer and then can them. One year I had so many moringa, I just put it up on Facebook. It was like, okay, if you guys are into medicinal herbs, I have so much moringa, you're more than welcome to come up. People kept, no, they would chime in, they would chime in, they would chime in. But I caught the devil giving it away. It's not like I was selling it. You can go buy it from the stores for X amount of dollars, but it was free. It just grows back here in my backyard. And put it all in this basket. Grows back here in my backyard. So I'll put up there what vitamins it supposedly have in it, but I know this plant has more potassium in it than what is it? Is it a pear? Avocado? One of them. Lots of potassium. But don't quote me on it. I'm gonna have a little bit more research done on it before I post this, and I'll let you know the significant vitamins and nutrients that are in this plant moringa. It obviously has some significance in the don't go out there and make it up. Oh, good boy, chase my dogs. They like to bark at the other dogs, but they were chasing a bird this time. Oh, I gotta stop saying it's so aggravating. The medicinal purposes of this plant, I see the plant now, moringa powder, I see moringa drink, all kind of stuff with moringa. I think it's moringa. And I laugh because my mama is always, she does a lot of research. She's up all night researching stuff, plants, herbs, you name it. And then if it has some significance, especially when my husband was not well, she would grow it, she would harvest it, she would make herbs out of it, she would make teas out of it, she would make little drinks out of it for my husband to drink. And I tell you, although probably about 7, 8 years ago, my husband was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And if you are in the medical field, you know pancreatic cancer is a very deadly cancer. It always goes unnoticed, and before it is discovered, it is already shortened your lifestyle and your lifespan significantly. I know personally, by the time people realize they have pancreatic cancer, they usually have about anywhere from 6 to 12 months left because the cancer has already hit stage 4, and there's no rebuttal for cancer. I know there's some people get Whipple, but you know pancreatic cancer. It all depends on where the cancer is. If it's at the tail of the pancreas or the head of the pancreas. Your head of the pancreas, from my understanding, is where all your enzymes and digestive juices are, and you need all those things to sustain life. That's what they tell us. um, um, if the cancer is at the tail end of the pancreas, you have better chances of survival. And by grace of God, that's where my husband's cancer was on the tail end of his pancreas. And so, in the meantime, when we were, he was diagnosed with the cancer. Mama got started with the herbs, you know, the papaya stuff, the beet juice, the moringa. She was growing everything, mixing everything, you know, making sure that he was healthy, making sure that we were eating and getting the proper nutrition. So I say all of that because this is how I've come to harvesting moringa. And I find it so funny because I see people, you know, that buy it now. I can't imagine buying it. But then again, I couldn't imagine buying an orange, and I buy them now. Never thought about buying an orange when I was a little girl. They grew everywhere. We just would stop somewhere and pick them. So anyhow, the moringa is very healthy. Has lots of vitamins in it and nutrition in it. And I just dry it out in my little dryer over there, and it'll dry out. I don't know how many days it takes. And I'll fill up a couple jars in my cabinet, and usually I put them on salads, eggs, broth. I mean, it's like an herb. You put it on anything. It doesn't necessarily have a taste. I think it's I want to say it's peppery if you eat it fresh, but I never eat it fresh. I always wait for it to dry up. I strictly use it for the medicinal purposes. And I tell you, during the whole, like I said, during the whole pandemic, when I was feeding my kids and they were leaving the house, I would prep egg sandwiches and stuff. They always have moringa on it, no matter what. I was get that moringa and I would crumble it on the eggs. I don't know how much you're supposed to use. I don't know if you can overdo it. I don't know if you can overdose on it. All I know is that I was sprinkling over my eggs. And you'll probably hear me a lot of times reference to my mama because, you know, I learned a lot from her because she lived here. Well, she's my mama, and plus she lived with me, lived here for 12 years, and she gardened this our yard. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. It is hot out here. I just ate a popsicle. She planted all these beautiful fruit trees in my yard, and I just couldn't maintain the garden. I didn't have the time for it. And I remember when she first left, and probably about a less than 6 months later or a year, I was trying to maintain the garden. The papayas were everywhere. The papaya worm had got on there, and once that worm get on there, I can't do it because that worm is as big as your finger. And so I remember saying, Mama, I'm just gonna cut everything down. I can't keep up with that. I'm not gonna be able to maintain this garden. I say this, y'all, because my mama does not fly. It was so funny. I remember telling her I was at the hospital working. I remember telling my coworkers, y'all, I told my mama I'm cutting the garden down. Baby, how about that woman got on an airplane and got to Florida? She got on an airplane, she got to Florida and came and cleaned this yard up because she did not want me to chop down this garden. It was hilarious. It was so funny. But anyhow, she couldn't keep doing that, and I couldn't. I work and work, and you know, I did a lot of working, and I just wasn't interested in maintaining the garden. So finally, it just went to the wayside. The only thing that stayed left were basically the trees and all the pineapples. I kept every one of the pineapples because those are they need the least maintenance. So when I say I have a pineapple patch, it's not because I garden, because it's something that needs the least maintenance. So anyhow, about my mama. So that's why my mama, she researched. She's into a lot of holistic stuff. She loves herbs. If she can't grow it, it won't heal you. And she wants to grow stuff. And she always say, take it for 3 days, off for 3 days. Take for 3 days. She won't take nothing every day. I don't care if it's regular medicine or some of her herbs. No more than 3 days. Take it for 3 days to get a peak in your body, then off for 3 days for your body, for it to get out your system and your body need it again. And I've learned those ways from her. And I think that's because she's a little Caribbean. Her dad is from the Caribbean islands. So it's embedded or embedded in her. So I'm looking back over here because I'm looking to when I first had fresh okra and tomatoes, and corn and sausage and onions, and I love fresh okra and tomatoes, and I can't wait till I get fresh okra so I can make okras, corn, and tomatoes. I look over here and I remember I don't like cucumbers, and I was with my patients one time and they made me a cucumber, tomato, I think, little onion. I think it was sour cream and some salt and pepper and a little bit of vinegar. I think that's what it was. It was so good. And Mama had so many cucumbers, and she had all those little tomatoes. So of course, what did I do? I said, Mama, I learned. You know, you think, I'm sure this is nothing new, but it's not anything that I had ever had before. Because like I said, I don't care for cucumbers. I love tomatoes, but I don't care for cucumbers. And so I made this little cucumber tomato salad the way my patient's family showed me how to do it. It was a hit. My husband loved it. My mama loved it. And here it is, 8 years later, I still make it. So I'm thinking I want my own cucumber. So I got a cucumber bush over there. I have some tomatoes over there. I don't know how successful my garden is gonna be, but I'm gonna try it. I now have time. I think that it's very important in this time, this day and time, that we start to learn. I need my glasses on. We start to learn how to grow some of our own produce. I think that is important. Learn to learn to see what we can eat off the land. And even though things are expensive, and some people won't have a problem with just going to the grocery store and purchasing whatever they need. I think I want to have a go at it to see if I can grow little stuff. Now, as far as my meat, I thought that I wanted a chicken, but I was just watching this one lady, and on one of these channels, I forgot her name, sweet little lady. I think she's in Georgia. It's a beautiful garden and a little chicken coop in her garden. I'm gonna have her name listed down below. Check her out. She talks about awesome stuff while she's gardening. She went to reach her hand in her chicken to grab her evening eggs, and she says, I'm paraphrasing. She says that the eggs were scattered, and that's not normally how the chickens leave the eggs. And I'm talking about this because I'm talking about fresh foods. And the eggs were scattered. So she went and got a flashlight to look in there, baby. That snake was as round as this. That snake. See the stick out here? I can't see it. It's the stick out there. Right over here. This stick right here. That snake was as big as that stick. The girth of that snake. It was a gray and black. I don't know what it was. She didn't really go into details about it. Who knows? And I was probably running all over the place just listening to her. So anyhow, snakes coming to visit the chicken coop for the eggs. Can't do it. I'm already being bold enough out here in this yard, knowing good and well I don't like insects. I don't like bugs. I don't like spiders. I don't like worms. I don't like caterpillars. I don't like frogs. I deal with a lizard, and I can't stand a fly to sit on me. So whenever you see me in the yard, I'm gonna have on. I got this one because I need to say, and I usually have on pants, long sleeve shirt, boots. I don't need nothing getting on me. Now, I'm quite sure as time progresses, I'll get used to being out here because I've got comfortable. In the past week, I've been out here in the yard. And I've even picked up a worm and picked up a couple of caterpillars that was in my blackberry bush with my gloved hand. And I picked up something else with a napkin. You couldn't have not paid me to do that last week. No, ma'am. Not Jonetta. So, oh, back to what I'm saying. So I want to give it a go of trying to grow some things. I was just listening to Broke Farmers live, and some other folks were saying it, which I truly do believe because I heard someone else say it, grow what you eat. And so I know everything out there in that garden, we all eat. Every single thing. Tomatoes, cucumbers, collard greens, turnip greens, squash, zucchini, every herb that's out there, except those flowers, different varieties of peppers, watermelon, yeah, even my moringa, even my mangoes, my pineapples, my plum tree, my lemon tree back there, my cherry tree over here, and then I have another a bittersweet tree. Every single thing out here is what we eat. Now years ago we had a grapefruit tree right here. Um, I'm all over the place, guys. I'm just running my mouth. Years ago we had a grapefruit tree right here. I'm gonna say my baby is 14, he'll be 15 this year. So about 12 years ago, I probably talked about this. There were fruit trees all in this neighborhood, orange trees, lemon trees, tangerine trees, pink grapefruit trees. Um, just I would go around, my baby and I in his stroller picking grapefruits and oranges from different people. Orange trees over here, tangerine tree in the front, and I noticed that they all died off at the same time within that year. And then our trees, our grapefruit tree, we tried to save that grapefruit tree. You will not see a fruit tree in this area. I mean, a citrus tree. Don't know about it. It's one bitter orange tree up here in this front road up here. But I tell you, I don't know what came through and wiped every one of them out. Now we have avocados. Avocados and mangoes are plentiful in this area. Um, Mango trees are everywhere. I have 5 myself. This, and you can just go out and just look and you'll see all the red tips of everybody that have mangoes. There's a guy across the street, he got a little one. I mean, it's a little bitty thing. When I tell you, it put out some big mangoes. But there's some people back around here, they do have a little, a peach tree. It has fuzz on it. So a peach tree or nectarine, I don't know which one it is. And I had said that was a plum tree. My mama told me that's a nectarine tree. It has one bulb on, one flower on it. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know who it needs to cross. I don't know what. I don't know. I'm not a gardener. This is all. This is all new. Only thing I know how to do is take care of those pineapples. But I'm gonna see what it does. So, and then like I told you, I'm just out here. I'm gonna harvest as many of these leaves as I can and get this garbage to the front yard where it belongs. And I don't want a lot of them. I just need enough to fill up a jar. And these are all going to sleep. And I'm gonna cut down another branch, and I'll go from there. So, anybody else know anything about moringa? You know, the medicinal purposes for it, how significant it is to the body. While everybody was around here eating up elderberry during the pandemic, we were eating up moringa. My cousin said, "Girl, you better get them sure some vitamins." Elderberry. I did try elderberry after a while, but I was like, I said, no, my moringa tree gives my children all the vitamins that they need and keep them strong. Now, one of my babies was sick during this pandemic by grace of God. My husband had gotten sick, but my babies didn't get sick. They didn't catch the virus until things had settled down. And I had said because of the moringa. And I guess when they caught the virus, and when I caught the virus, we were eating this moringa because we had got lax as things were calming down. Now all you need is just the leaves. I'll go back through here and pick the stems out, or I wait for them to dry out, and then I just put it in a jar. And as I'm cooking, I don't care what I'm cooking. It don't make a difference what you put. It's like using black pepper and salt. That's what this moringa is. It's a seasoning. I think my mama said we can make a tea with it, but I've never tried making tea with it. Can't wait for y'all to see my mama. Probably if you go on Netacan budget, there's a picture of her over there. I threw her 70th birthday party when I was budgeting, and I put some pictures up of her. That's my girl. That was a little plug of my other channel. I don't really go over there because I don't really budget anymore. Well, I still budget, but I don't do cash stuffing. I told everybody I'm on a sabbatical right now. I told them I'm on a sabbatical, but if you're interested in following me, and I'm over here on Netta's Nest doing some gardening and just and running my mouth. So I'm just gonna make that quick. I was just wanting to show y'all what I was doing on this beautiful sunny day. I just finished listening to Broke Farmer. I gotta go follow one person from his recording, and I'm sure somebody will follow me. See, he always recommends that Broke Farmer, and he always has good information about farming. And I'll just go from there. Well, thanks, guys. Has it been 20 minutes? Good Lord, I've been running my mouth for 20 minutes. It's time to go. And y'all, it is so hot out here. Thanks for coming hanging out with me. Thank you for letting me talk to you about my moringa. Not over a mango. This is what I have thus far. Hope it's not. Can you get it? There it is. And I'll let you know all the medicinal purposes for the vitamins that are in it. Just hold tight, and I'll have it listed below. Thanks again to the folks that stayed to the end. Hi, my name is Netta. I'm the wife of a deputy, the mother of three teenagers. I am also a nurse that's on sabbatical, and I'm just here living my life. Just try not to say so much, but tell someone hello and smile. Bye.